This is the land of gods, a place he once was not able to reach, a sacred and beautiful land, incomparable to him. The gods, with their beautiful appearances and diverse forms, lived here. Among them, one was chosen by Gusiel and granted incomprehensible power. That is why the concept of hierarchy appeared among the gods. The rulers who governed the new realm divided the kingdom into 4 parts. They were called the masters of the 4 territories, and now, another flower has bloomed. Ari thought, the first thing I have ever seen is the dark sky. Where is this? No. At least throw me in front of someone's house. Why would they leave me in this forest? Is that so? I am a baby now. In the war, I died unjustly in the past. I don't know the reason. I just died. A long time has passed. When I opened my eyes, a new life began. I reincarnated, but I am sure I was born again. Normally, when you were born, you would see your parents, or at least your midwife, but I was thrown away as soon as I was born. It seems the war is repeating itself. This current life is just the same as the old one. Really, I am just a newborn. I have nothing to say. I am done. This is the end. What is that? Whatever you are, animal or ghost, just go. Oh, no. A beast. What should I do? I should run, but with this body, how can I? Please, someone, please help me. Suddenly, the tiger appeared. Ari thought. Are they gone? What will happen next? After that, Ari remembered someone saying, even if you are chased by a tiger, if you stay calm, you can survive. I am dizzy. What am I supposed to do to stay calm? Is it really true that I can survive? I have to choose something. Should I just let myself be bitten and die like this? Even though this fist is like cotton, I must gain strength from the milk I drink. Take this. The tiger thought, what is it doing? Ari thought, right, if a child's hand hurts, it hurts so badly, if I combine it with my resistance and voice, it might change something. The next moment, she hit the tiger on its wound. Ari thought, now I am free. After some time, the tiger, changing its form, thought, it looks like it, but that won't happen, just for a while, until she can live on her own. Next scene, Ari woke up and thought, what is this place? If this isn't a tiger's belly, perhaps I am still alive. It's lucky. Am I really safe now? Don't tell me you're just fattening me up to eat me later. Really, why is food left here? I'm still fine. Maybe there's no longer any idea of killing me. Exactly. These hands are so small. Is this a baby? So soft. Then she heard a conversation. Someone said, Mr. Miho, what is inside? Isn't it the Eastern luck? Beck himself used magic to bring it back. Mr. Miho replied, fine. I will destroy Beck's magic. Get out of the way. How dare you stop me, compared to the supreme god? Ari thought, what happens if they open the door? No way, don't open that door. Suddenly, Beck's voice came. Stop it, Ari thought. This voice, turns out it's the tiger, whose name is Beck Ryong. Miho said to him, all lands are under the authority of the supreme god. How could a person who doesn't care about humans now hide a person in his place? Wouldn't you be curious if you were in that case? Beck replied, I cannot believe that you have such a boring hobby. Miho, tell him I'm getting old. Just naturally interested in strange places. Bonus points. You did defeat the Northern Territory, it's unbelievable. Beck speak. Do you have to make everything more complicated? Miho replied. Don't even think about wasting your power. Ari thought, yes, tiger. Try a little more. Stop thinking about that woman. After that, Beck said, it looks like she is still unconscious. Do not touch her. Miho replied, unconscious. Do I have to? Ari thought. Do I really have to pretend to? Then she opened her eyes. The next moment, she started crying and thought, why am I crying? Miho asked, what's happening? What's going on? Ari thought, this baby body is so uncomfortable, I cannot stop crying. Beck started taking care of her. Ari thought, yes, more. Like a little tiger. Miho said, wait, you want to bring it home for feeding? Beck replied, stop talking nonsense. Miho continued, it seems you're good at taking care of babies. Beck said, now you know, but she really looks like my little sister. Miho asked, so that's why you brought it home? Can you stop thinking unreasonably? Beck replied, it was abundant in the jungle, so I decided to adopt it. Ari thought, sounds sad. What is abundant? However, I cannot deny the truth, Miho asked. Don't tell me you're worried for this child. You're not that kind of person. It must be strange, Beck replied. That's true, I intended to give her to humans. Miho said, anyway, this child can't possibly survive in this kingdom of God, but I really like this child. Ari thought, maybe he isn't a bad guy, not too bad, perhaps he's a fox. Beck asked, what are you doing? Ari thought, what does he really want to do? What's happening? What is this? Beck asked, is that? Are you really? Ari thought. Something inside my body. Its shape is indiscernible to me. I can only surmise as I gradually sense this strength being concentrated. Beck spoke, because I have been living for a long time. It seems like I just want to end this life. Miho said, I know the reason why you are so frustrated. Anyway, this child is not at risk of death, and she will be able to withstand the power of the gemstone. Ari thought, the power of the gem, what is that? Beck said, you see, it's uncertain whether she will survive or not. Miho replied, if she were an ordinary person, she might die, but as you can see, she is still alive. Isn't the final outcome what matters? Beck asked, the gemstone belongs to Shino. Miho replied, true, it's one of Shino's gemstones. For some reason, I feel like I have to give it to this child, Ari thought. So do I have a gemstone inside my body from someone, Miho continued. Initially, there was a lot of controversy about this gemstone. Therefore, at this year's convention, I decided to hand over this power. The gemstone is located in the eastern lands, so no other territories have felt its energy and gone crazy. Beck said, we don't need it, take it away. Miho responded, did you give up absolute power? If one works to receive the power of the gemstone, even a human can become as glorious as a godly creature. This is not my gemstone. Once the power has been passed down, it can never be regained by anyone other than its original owner. Beck said again, take it away or just throw it. Ari thought, what? Throw me away. Miho said, if it falls into the hands of another deity, this child cannot be safe. Even if we have to separate her soul, we still have to retrieve the gem. It's impossible to take the gemstone away. Ari thought, Tiger, please don't throw me away. I promise to be good, no matter how life abandons me. I don't want to promise anything for the next life. He's not even human, not a tiger either. Miho said, at this moment, please try your best to raise this child well. Ari thought, Tiger, I will rely on you in the future. If they intended to capture me, they would have done so a long time ago, wouldn't they? Miho continued, the owner of the Eastern Territories in this world has announced that Beck's child has been bestowed with the power of the gemstone. Next scene, Ari thought, are these people here because of the power of the gemstone? Beck is no longer in my room, so, my room, anyone can enter it easily. One person said, the palace is really beautiful. There's a rumor that Sir Beck's palace is more beautiful than any other palace. Ari thought, this is a sign of my own territory. After that, she thought, life here is quite comfortable. It may be due to the gem, as my senses seem sharper than before, but something more concerning than that. I can't even see a single strand of Beck's hair. Do I have feelings for him? When will Beck stick to me like a piece of rubber? After that, one of them said, Miss Yono, how do we get the child to eat? Yono replied, just leave her be, she misses Sir Beck. The first person said, it's strange, Sir Beck has a daughter, and Miho even gave her a gem too. Yono said, be quiet unless you want Sir Beck to kill you. Another person said, today, Mr. Jaha will return here, so let's prepare everything well. Mr. Jaha will take care of this child. Ari thought, who is this Jaha? After some time, Yono said, Mr. Jaha seems to be here. Hurry up and get ready. Ari thought, please let me sleep a little more. Suddenly, a person arrived and said, Beck's child, how could I not know anything? Ari thought, this does not seem normal. I miss Beck. That crybaby, as per the accounts of the servant girls, is the hope of Beck. Jaha, with his strong loyalty, keeps messing everything up. How can a grown man act like such a fool? A few days ago, Beck received a lot of complaints from Miho. Jaha asked, Sir, what is the matter? Beck replied, the convention has been pushed up earlier, you will go. Jaha responded, I understand, sir, if it is for Sir Beck, I can do anything. But what is it exactly? Beck looked at him. Jaha said, I am on my way right now, please trust me and hand it over to me. After that, Jaha thought, Miho Palace is located in the center of the new kingdom. When he arrived there, he realized that Beck had a daughter, and everyone else seemed to know. Jaha thought, why didn't I know anything about this? Back in the present time, Ari thought, he's handsome if I just look at his appearance. Yono said, you've already gone through a lot attending the conference, and because you were at the convention. Jaha asked, how come Sir Beck didn't say anything to me? Yono replied, when he went to handle the northern territories, you were sound asleep without knowing anything. Jaha asked, but at that time, Sir Beck didn't even say a word to me. Yono replied, probably that's the range of the relationship between Sir Beck and Sir Jaha. Then Jaha started screaming. Both of them covered their ears. Ari thought, I want to cover my ears too. Isn't he the one who knows how to cry? I also know how to cry. Yono said, it's my fault, little baby, please don't cry anymore. Beck came and asked, why is there so much noise? Yono replied, it's my mistake. Beck picked Ari up. The next moment, Ari thought, wait, why are you putting me down? Both the servants said, we are sorry, sir. Beck said, Jaha, what is happening here? Jaha replied, I feel so ashamed in front of you. This is the first time I've seen a baby. Beck stated, do not make the same mistake again. Jaha replied, I will remember it, sir. After that, Jaha asked, however, sir, may I ask what the child's name is? Yono added, if we just call her child, I think it's not so good, even for a baby. Beck said, the name of the child is Ari. Ari thought, wow, nice one. Yono said, what a beautiful name. Ari thought, this guy, he should say thank you when someone compliments him. How could he just ignore it? Jaha spoke, I wanted to tell you something earlier, but it slipped my mind. I heard the meeting would be held soon. For the next meeting, Ari must also participate. Ari thought, what, me? Beck asked, when? Jaha replied, when the kid knows how to flip and crawl, they will hold the next meeting. Beck said, what on earth is that crazy fox thinking? I have to leave now. Ari thought, has he left already? He pretends to be busy. I don't know why, but I feel a little sad. It's so pleasant and warm. Yono said, Ari seems to like Mr. Beck very much. Ari thought, what, I like him, that evil guy who bit me. No way, is it because I haven't taken a nap yet? Why am I so sleepy? Next scene, Ari thought, how long have I been sleeping? It usually takes about 2 to 3 hours. Where did that guy go? I'm hungry. I said I was hungry. There's no one here. Was it a ghost? There's no such thing. Ghosts don't exist in this world. Do they? There's no spell at all. So ghosts probably don't exist. But what if there was something? Jaha came in and said, so, Princess Ari is awake. Ari thought, what is this? Why is there a beast in my room? Jaha said, it's me, Princess. Ari thought, is that the Jaha I know, that stupid guy who always annoys others? It doesn't get worse, does it? What is this? It's the lynx, Jaha said. Thankfully, I'm at a loss for words if you don't recognize me. Ari thought, yes, I'm not a normal kid. I have a panacea that Miho gave me, but I nearly had a heart attack because of you. Is it because he looks like a cat that I find him cute? Get sober. I can't let this guy captivate me. Jaha said, this is my usual form. Please don't be surprised if you see it again. Ari thought, then you shouldn't appear out of nowhere. Jaha continued, when Ari grows up, I bet you'll understand. Alebrijes don't usually reveal their true forms. The true forms of Alebrijes, such as Yono, are wonderful. Strong, like Sir Beck. Their true forms are very strong and dangerous. Sir won't show me, but I already saw it. The majority of Alebrijes don't reveal their true forms to others. Mr. Beck didn't promise me anything. Ari thought, why is he crying? Why did you have to tell me this? Please find Beck and tell him that. Wait. 1. 2. And here I go. Suddenly, Jaha said, I was framed. Ari thought, you are not. Beck asked, was that funny, or were you unhappy with Jaha? Ari thought, the one who looks good in the moonlight. Is there anyone else besides Beck? Those eyes terrified me at first. I thought I would be eaten. but I unexpectedly became his daughter. It is unbelievable. The princess of the Eastern Territory. Many gods treat me as a princess. Jaha and Yono call me the hidden child of Mr. Beck. They seem to be convinced that I am Beck's daughter. Wait, I'm not a tiger. I don't have the ears or tail of a tiger. How could they conclude that I was Beck's daughter and swear allegiance? If only I could tell the truth. So frustrating, Beck said. When you fainted, you had nightmares. You look fine now. Ari thought. Fainted, nightmares. Was that the first time I came here? Did you mean that time? Although I don't remember the details, I seemed to awaken abruptly. Each time, I would feel someone's hand, warm, elegant, and gentle. It was Mr. Beck's hand. That explains why Mr. Beck's hand felt familiar, Beck said. It is still too small. Ari thought, what is happening? I don't feel hungry anymore, so Mr. Beck's vigor has filled me up. Is that the reason why no one doubts me? But what I eat every day is one of Mr. Beck's vigors, Beck stated. Let's grow up, then I can send you away. Ari thought, I woke up in the woods without knowing anything. He suddenly appeared and grabbed me. He raised me neither to be his meal nor his slave. He raised me, and then plans to send me away. The pearl Miho gave me. Even the gods want it badly, an absolute power. However, will he simply dismiss me? Although I felt relieved, I still feel abandoned for the second time. Next scene, Yono said. Princess seems unhappy. He's been like that for days. I have no idea what is going on either. Is the bed uncomfortable? The other one replied, she slept well at night. Ari thought, no matter how upset I am, sleep is essential. A lady asked, is it because Jaha has arrived? He told me that the princess hated him very much. Yono remembered. Jaha said, tell him I took the princess with me. I made the princess sad. Yono asked, where are you going? Jaha replied, I'm going to ashram, to a place where no one can find it. Yono said, that is why he is not here, but I think he seems to have found out before. Ari thought, this is the first time I have heard it. I guess I was a little hard on Jaha. No way, merely thinking about it makes me shiver. Yono said, I hope the princess feels better. Ari thought, no matter how I think about it, there is only one answer. I am content with my life. I don't want to leave Beck. I am not leaving here. After that, the maid said, Princess, come on, a little more. No, Princess, you failed again. Ari thought, failed? I've done better than yesterday. You should praise me. I am not happy with this maid. I won't show you my first flip. By the way, Beck. He doesn't even come to see it. After some time, Ari thought, Jaha, whose vigor is this? Yono said. Uru is here, Ari thought. He was a new soldier who caught Jaha last time. I want to see his face. Jaha shouted, this bastard, don't you let me go. How dare you embarrass me in front of the princess? Ari thought. Jaha is back, how noisy. Uru said, you should have behaved well. Do you realize how much time I wasted because of you? Yono is tired of you too, Jaha said. Just leave me alone. Why are you dragging me here? I should be the one who does it. Uru replied, you should tell Mr. Beck and then do reconnaissance. I also want to escort the princess. It would be fine if it were me. Yono said, that is my job. Jaha shouted, what is this nonsense? You have to pass me first. And Yono, why did you let me down? He then asked again, why did you let me down? Uru said, all right. Then stay at the palace from now on. Jaha replied, of course, we will stick with each other like leeches. Ari thought, what? Stick with each other like that? Is this a nightmare? Wow, so this is Uru. Now that I look closely, he is handsome. Uru said, Princess, forgive me for greeting you so late. Ari thought, no, I can't forgive you. Go. Because of you, Jaha will cling to me like a leech. How will you take responsibility? Uru said, the princess's expression is not good. Yono replied, sorry, Jaha has bothered the princess a lot. Ari thought, do you know how much Jaha annoys me? You should have taken me out of here sooner. Uru said, let me tell you something, Princess. I am the tiger Amur. Please assist me later. If Jaha bothers you, just tell me. I will scold him. Ari thought, I am not bothered at all. It just makes me tired. Uru asked, is it because she is Mr. Beck's daughter that she can understand my words even though she is just a kid? Yono replied, Maybe so. Princess Ari is pretty sharp, but she most likely deduces from our words and actions. Suddenly, Ari thought, this vigor. Beck came and asked, you are back. Uru replied, forgive me. I should have met you first. I just brought Jaha. Beck stated, Jaha, have you forgotten your duty, or did my commands not sound like commands? I told you not to leave Ari. The next moment, Ari thought, is he already gone? I need to show everyone my first flip. No, I have to do it now. 1, 2, 3. And here I go. Yes, I did it. Oh no, I'm going down now. The next moment, Beck picked her up. Beck said, Yono, it seems the mattress has to be changed. Ari thought, I'm not hurt. By the way, I successfully flipped over, but why did no one compliment me? Yono said, Princess, I am proud of you. Ari thought, as expected, Yono is the only one who knows how I feel, but that person, Beck. I mean, he's supposed to compliment me. Yes, I acknowledge you helped me stay off the floor. Beck said, you'd better stay here for a while. Those lowlifes don't know where this is and keep snooping around. After that, Yono asked, does that mean? Uru replied, it seems the enemies targeting Princess Ari have entered the palace. Yono said, that's a huge problem. No wonder you're so angry about Jaha's absence. Master Beck must have taken care of it all by himself. Uru said, these lowlifes. I guess they want to be eradicated. I'll see you next time, Princess. Then Yono said, I'm glad you're back now. Ari thought, Jaha makes me feel down too. I'm going to show you this time. Look here, it's a precious move, but I'll show you just this once. Did you see me flip over? Jaha thought, the princess showed me her flipping. Then he said, I will reboot my life to protect your highness. I will never stay away from you. Ari thought, that's not what I need. I told you I don't need that, not even later. 2 months later, Yono said, Princess is so hardworking today. Ari thought, of course, I'm working really hard. After this frustrating step, I'll go see Beck even if I have to crawl. When can I speak freely? Yono asked, why is the princess unable to babble? Jaha said, I also want to hear the princess babble. Yono said, Master Beck is waiting for the princess to babble. Ari thought, what, the Beck I know? That's not the truth, Yono said. Master didn't even come last time, but I think he's been coming by every night these days. Ari thought, no, you're wrong, he didn't come yesterday, nor did he come a week ago. After some time, Ari thought, Beck didn't come today, I shouldn't have trusted them. Yono said, Princess, it's bedtime. Then she started singing, sleep tight, our baby, cluck cluck chicken don't grow. Suddenly, Jaha shouted, Yono, Ari thought, is he still awake? How dare you interrupt my sleep? Jaha continued, take the princess to the corner, hurry up, who's there, come out. Ari thought, is it one of the bugs Uru mentioned? The thing came out and said, the beads, power, come on. Jaha said, you have some guts, don't you? You're neither god nor human. If you leave now, I'll spare your life. The thing said, give me the beads. Jaha replied, I don't understand what you bugs are saying, but I guess that's your trait. The next moment, the thing tried to attack him. Suddenly, Beck came and destroyed it. Then Beck said, someone broke the taboo, but if it's broken, it must anger Miho. They're awesome ones who don't get caught, perhaps. Is it one of the owners of your land? How is Ari? Yono replied, fortunately, the princess is not hurt at all. Ari thought, you don't look happy, don't make that face, you punk. I can trust you. Then she said, Dada. Ari thought, are you surprised? Of course you are, I've been babbling for a long time. What is that Beck punk thinking? Beck asked, what are you saying? Ari thought, that's not important. Princess Ari started to babble. Yono said, it's Beck, isn't it? I am sorry, master. Ari thought, I should not have listened to both of them. I guess I am falling for your brainwashing again. Yono said, Princess, you have to call Master Beck, Daddy. Ari thought, I hate it. I will call you Beck. The decision is mine, Yono said. It seems the princess is unfamiliar with the term, Daddy. Since I always call Master Beck by his name, the princess has also gotten used to that. Jaha said, then, from today onward, let's try to call Master Beck, Daddy. Ari thought. You guys should try hard, Beck said. Just stop, I don't care what you call me, do as you please. Then he added, Jaha, bring Uru back. After some time, Beck said, there was a security breach. Uru replied, no way, I don't. Beck interrupted, someone got involved, and you didn't notice, of course. Uru said, I'm sorry. Beck replied, Miho is already investigating, there will be a meeting. Jaha said, well, it's because Miho fulfilled all the conditions you mentioned last time. There's nothing strange about there being an investigation. Ari thought, what, do I have to go to the meeting? Listening to Yono sing makes me tired to death. Uru asked, when is the meeting? Beck replied, it's tomorrow. Everyone was shocked and said, tomorrow, but that's too soon. We don't know if there are bugs in the palace. You want to leave the palace as it is and attend the meeting. Ari thought, I'm against it too. It's way too soon, I'm not ready yet. Now all of them are against it, Beck said. Uru and Jaha, one of you has to stay in the palace. Uru said, Jaha will stay in the palace. Jaha shouted, do you want me to die? Uru replied, it's funny that you don't remember me dragging you last time, you're no match for me. Jaha said, you fake tiger. Uru replied, at any place, you're just a crying kitty. Yono said, how about letting the princess choose? Beck stated, just do it. Then both of them started sugarcoating the princess. Ari thought, actually, I've decided a long time ago. No, I decided this the moment I was born. I'm sorry, Jaha. It's my instinct, so there's no other way. There's no turning back. I'm sorry, Jaha. It's good to part with you forever. The next day, Uru asked, is this your first time attending a meeting? Yono replied, yes, this is a position I don't have the guts to take. Uru said, don't worry too much, it's just a boring meeting, only the owners take part in it. The next moment, Uru sounded a whistle. Ari thought, what, this is my first time seeing it. There are horses in the sky, Uru said. I will ride this blue horse. Ari thought, ride it, it looks scary though. Yono said, don't be afraid, princess, she's a good horse. Although the blue horse is a low-level one and can't talk, the princess will be proud of her. Ari thought, it's cute. Then she thought, we'll count on you, blue horse, from today onward, you'll be my favorite horse. A gathering place for the owners of the lands, Ari thought, but what would we do if the Guman targeted the beads? Master Beck won't stay, it's just a meeting, it's going to be all right. The next scene took place at Miho Palace, the central land. Ari thought, they kind of look alike, similar looks and similar auras. Maru spoke, greetings, Lord Beck, master of the eastern land. Ari thought, even their names are similar. Then she said, Mamu. Uru said, Maru is my twin brother. Ari thought, what? His twin brother? I didn't know he had a brother, and a twin at that. Maru said, it is a pleasure to meet you, Lady Ari. Ari thought, he is handsome and polite, his smile is just like Uru's too. They're literally identical. After that, there was Miho, the absolute, Sawa, master of the northern lands, Nare, master of the southern lands, and Barang, master of the western lands. Ari thought, they are so scary. Beck said, bring Ari to me. Ari thought, those eyes are terrifying, but being in Beck's arms is making me sleepy, it's so comfortable. All of them said. Beck just had to turn her around. Ari thought, but I like how you held me before, can't you turn me around again? Miho stated, now that everyone is here, let us begin the council meeting. What is it about my decision that makes you so unhappy? Nare replied, I cannot accept it. This was not what you promised. You said that one of the masters of the four lands would be bestowed the marble. Miho asked, did I? Nare replied, yes, you said it during a council meeting. Miho said, but the final decision is mine to make. Nare said, it is only right for you to bestow it to a master, Lady Miho, because it is necessary to put a stop to the chaos in the south. Miho asked, why must I consider what your land is going through? Each of you must rule over your lands yourselves, and that goes for you too, even if you are still a young phoenix. Do not try to use the marble as a means to compensate for what you lack, not that it would change anything even if you do so. Sawa said, in that case, if you would just give us a plausible reason as to why you bestowed the marble on Lord Beck. No, on his daughter. Perhaps we may accept your decision. Ari thought, I've seen those eyes somewhere before. A snake divine animal, Miho asked, are you also unhappy about me bestowing the marble on Beck's daughter? Sawa replied, every single divine animal covets the power of the marble. If you had a good reason to give it to Lord Beck's daughter, we from the northern lands are prepared to side with your decision. Ari thought, not only does she look beautiful, but she also speaks beautifully too. I like you, Miho said. I remember how you did not say a thing when Beck killed the divine animal in your lands. Your devotion to Beck is as strong as ever. Sawa replied, my love for Lord Beck will most likely never fade. Ari thought, what? She didn't say anything about Beck making a mess of the northern lands. And what was that, love? I take back what I said about liking you. Now you're my biggest enemy. Jaha has gone down a level. Congrats, Jaha. Miho said, my reason is that Ari, Beck's daughter, showed potential for its power. The marble that stayed dead silent ever since I got it from Shiho reacted to Ari. Is that plausible enough for you? Sawa replied, if that is the case, yes, that is enough to convince me. Nare shouted, I still cannot accept this potential. I don't see this potential of hers. She is nothing but a baby. Beck stated, she is my child. Need I explain more? Barang spoke, looks like the baby chick, then paused. Can't refute that. Nare replied, you traitor, you also said you were not happy about the marble going to Beck. Barang responded, I said I was not happy about it, not that I was against it. Ari thought, I'm sorry, but she is like a little sparrow. Beck asked, did you not ban the dark sword wielded by the dark spirits? Miho replied, I did. I took away their divine power. To be precise, the dark sword uses divine power. Why do you ask? Did you see a dark spirit wielding a dark sword? Beck answered, yes, not only did I see it, but I was also the only one who noticed that a dark spirit had infiltrated my palace. In other words, someone must have given it divine power. Even Uru could not sense its presence, after all. Miho stated, so this dark spirit was strong enough to hide itself from Uru, and even wielded a dark sword that requires divine power. Who was it? Which one of you three? Let me make this clear. Whoever goes against a ban of mine will be killed by my own hands. After some time, Barang spoke. How does Maru put up with that fox? Then he started looking at her. Ari thought, is this a staring contest or something? Barang said, how can a baby keep her eyes open that long? I lost. Ari thought, wait, it really was a staring contest. What kind of guy, I mean, divine animal, is he? He is seriously out of his mind, Barang said. I can't believe that something like this came out of Beck. She's just adorable. Ari thought, that's because I didn't come out of Beck, and by the way, put me down, I'm getting really dizzy here. You dumb god. Beck asked. Do you wish to die? Barang replied, of course not, it's just that Ari is so cute. Ari thought, I won't let you get away with this, and why are you handing me to Yono instead of putting me back where I was? Barang spoke again, she sure is beautiful, she has sapphire blue eyes just like Beck, and is it because of the marble's power? She has violet silver hair, exactly like Miho. Ari thought, I know I'm pretty, you dumb dog. Jaha tells me that every day. Barang continued. Look at her puffy cheeks, they're about to explode. Ari thought, I swear I'll kill you one day. Beck stated, it seems like it is time for you to hand over your title to your child. Barang replied, wow, calm down, my friend. Ari thought, Beck doesn't keep friends like you, weirdo. Uru asked, that reminds me, how is Lord Orang doing? Barang replied, he was here with me until just a while ago. Where did he go? Uru spoke, I will go find him. Barang said, looks like I owe Uru one, but I can't go myself since I still have something important to tell you. Actually, I also saw something similar to a dark spirit. Nare asked, what do you mean by something similar? Barang said, just listen, baby bird, when I heard the news about Beck's child, I just had to see it for myself, so, as soon as I heard about it, I set off to the eastern lands. Beck spoke, I thought I told you never to set foot in my palace again. Barang said, then what if I just stay out of Ari's room? Ari thought, what? That crazy freak. He wanted to come into my room? What a nightmare. Beck replied. No, Barang continued. What if I stay outside the gates? Beck replied. I will have to tell Aru to patrol beyond the gates as well now. Barang said. You were not patrolling outside of the palace gates all this time, wow. Barang continued. Anyway, think about it. Dark spirits are beings that turn to the dark side after failing to become divine animals. That is why they only follow their desires and lack all reason. Sawa asked. So what is it that you saw? Barang replied. Well, I'm not sure. Actually, it looked like a dark spirit that was not fully corrupted. It was fully sentient too. So, what I want to say is, it is pretty dangerous. After hearing what Beck had to say, I feel sure about this. If one of us really is scheming something, you need to stop it. But then again, I am kind of confused too. Maybe it was just one of my dreams. I don't remember it clearly, to be honest. Maru entered and spoke. Apologies for interrupting. I saw Aru frantically looking for someone outside. Is he perhaps looking for Lord Arang? Barang asked. Yes. Where did you find him? Maru replied. He was sleeping soundly by the gate, so I took him to my room so he could lie down. Barang said. Thank you, Maru, you are really impressive. Arang woke up and said, Uncle, Ari thought. Uncle, did he just say uncle? But they said he was Barang's child. Yono asked. Lord Arang is. Barang replied. Yes, he is my brother's son. I took him in after my brother passed away. Arang spoke. Wow, pretty, I want that. Ari thought, are my ears going bad? I keep hearing so much nonsense. Arang continued. I want that tiger girl, Ari thought. He's not referring to me. I'm not a tiger, Arang said. It's even cute when it shakes its head. Can I have it? Ari thought. These wolves are both out of their minds. Yono spoke. Lord, Lady Ari is not an object. So saying that you want to have it is. Arang interrupted. But uncle said I can have anything I want, Yono stated. Lady Ari is an exception to that. Arang asked. A girl, is that true? Barang replied. It's true. Ari is an exception. How about this? Once Ari gets older, let's politically infiltrate Beck Palace and ask again, Arang said. Okay, I can do that. Ari thought. I can't deal with these two. Shall I get a talisman that chases wolves away? Maru came and told them. Lady Miho has said that everyone except for Lord Beck is welcome to leave now since the council meeting is over. Nare was angry and then left. Barang spoke. I feel sorry for that girl. Everyone had high hopes for her because she was the first phoenix born in centuries. So much so that the previous master was replaced right away. Maru said. The southern lands only have themselves to blame for the chaos there. I expected them to wait until Lady Nare was old enough for that role. Barang spoke. Isn't it absurd? They were the ones who made a little baby their master, but look at them now, so eager to bring her down. Still, it's so much fun to tease little children. Seriously, so cute. Why don't you come to the western lands with me? Ari thought. What, am I crazy? Why would I ever leave Beck to go west with a dumb dog like you? Then she spat at him. Barang asked. Why are you spitting at me? You did that on purpose, didn't you? Yono replied. That is nonsense. Lady Ari is just a baby. Barang spoke. Right. I'm sure she bears no animosity toward me or anything like that. Suddenly, Ari spoke. Dumb dog. Barang was shocked. Ari thought. What? All I'm doing is pointing out the facts. Then she said again. Dumb dog. Barang spoke. She just called me a dumb dog. Beck replied. That was the first time she babbled continuously. Barang said. Wait, that's not the point. Both of them said. Lady Ari's pronunciation has gotten much better now, and she spoke 3 times in a row. We're proud of you, Ari thought. Saying, dumb dog, gets me compliments. Then she started saying, dumb dog. Barang told them. She's saying it again because you guys keep complimenting her. Arang asked. Uncle, are you a dumb dog? Barang replied. No, I am not. Then he said. I feel like staying here any longer. See you next time, Ari thought. My perfect plan always succeeds. Sawa spoke. Lord Beck, I shall take my leave now as well. Next time, I would like to visit your palace and get properly acquainted with Lady Ari. Ari thought. That snake. I know you have other intentions. Beck replied. That won't be necessary. Sawa asked. Would Lady Ari be uncomfortable with my presence? Ari thought. How did she know? Was I being too obvious? Sawa continued. Still, I shall visit you in the future. Or perhaps I can try to make Lady Ari grow fond of me a little more. I hope you stay in peace until we meet again. Ari thought, we won't be meeting again, go home. I would rather be nice to Jaha. Anyway, why are you staring at me like that? Please say something, Uru asked. Is something wrong? My lord, Beck replied. No, it's nothing. Ari thought, well, that's unsatisfying. Then she said, Beck, she thought, that is strange. I can say, dumb dog. Just fine. But, Beck, is so hard to pronounce. Beck spoke. Your pronunciation really has improved. After that, Beck was leaving. Maru asked, what are you waiting for? Follow him to where Lady Miho is waiting, Uru asked. Do we really have to go too? Maru replied, don't make me go by myself. She should be in the room to the right, and don't make eye contact with Lady Miho. You too. She's in an adorable mood right now. Ari thought, he talks mean, but he's kind, and a cute leopard, Miho said. This is unacceptable, Beck replied, calm down. Miho stated, do they have any idea how I felt when I took their divine powers? Why didn't you tell me this in private? I know you're aware that the culprit has to be among those three. You were just as enraged as I was back then, so much so that you still seek out those divine animals in the north, who were involved and kill them without mercy, Beck replied. That's the only way to get them to stop, I fear. Miho said, it's because of Ari, isn't it? I understand. He's still young, perhaps your decision was wise. After all, if this truly served as a warning to them, they will stay silent until Ari is all grown up. Then she asked, would you let me carry Ari? Yono replied, yes, of course. Miho spoke, you're starting to look more and more like Shiho, Ari thought. Who is this Shiho? And why do they keep saying I look like her? Miho continued. She's not crying when I hold her anymore. Here, take her. I should visit you sometime at your palace. Ari thought, hey, Beck Palace is not some kind of playground, you know. Why are all these dogs and foxes and snakes so drawn to having fun at our place? Beck spoke, I would rather you didn't. It's getting late. I shall return to my palace now. On the other hand, Jaha said, he still hasn't returned. I should go and see for myself. The maids told her, you can't leave us alone here. Please calm down, sir. Then Beck and the others arrived. After some time, Uru and Yono told Jaha the whole story. Jaha spoke, seriously, I should have witnessed that historical moment myself, Ari thought. They're all talking to each other, so I have to go outside. What a disgrace. Don't they know how much attention a baby needs? Maybe I shouldn't have run away from home. I mean, from my room. Beck asked, what are you doing out there? Suddenly, three of them came and spoke. Lady, we apologize. Please forgive us. Yono spoke, let me carry you. Ari turned away her face. All of them were shocked. Ari thought, it's not because I just love being in Beck's arms. It's because they didn't pay attention to me. After that, Beck spoke, your hands have gotten quite dirty. You don't need to come and find me like this next time. I will come to you. After that, she thought, this must be Beck's room. Being in Beck's arms is making me so sleepy. The next morning, Ari thought, did he put me back in my room as soon as I fell asleep? That was mean. Well, I guess I can let it slide. He had a lot to do. Jaha said, don't you think the lady is starting to look more and more like Lord Beck? Yono asked, where do you think she learned to make such scary eyes? Jaha replied, I think it's because we always get intimidated by Lord Beck's gaze. Let's try to pretend we're not scared at all. Yono asked, are you sure you can do that? Jaha replied, no. Yono asked, why do you think Lady Ari is so upset? Jaha replied, I think the lady is feeling neglected. Ari thought, wow, how did dumb Jaha figure that out? Jaha continued, I am 100% sure Lady Ari was desperate for my affection. Ari thought, that is a huge leap. Jaha spoke again, see, I'm definitely right. She wanted my affection. Just look at her eyes. Ari thought, who said you could touch me? Then she said, stupid. Jaha handed the lady back to Yono, and then started crying. Both of them were shocked. Ari thought, was I too harsh? Yono asked, why are you crying? Ari thought, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, please don't cry. Jaha spoke. Lady Ari said my name, she said. Jaha. Yono also said, you're right, she did. Ari thought. I take it back, I'm not sorry. Jaha told her. Lady, I will never leave your side, never ever. I can die happy right now. Ari thought. Stop focusing on the name. I underestimated his idiocy. I can't go up against that, and so, it is said that Jaha shed tears of joy for 3 days and nights. In the next scene, Yono said, where are you, lady? She's not here either, where could she be? Ari thought, I must have been out of my mind, I can't believe I was upset that they didn't play with me. Jaha spoke, what do we do? What if Lady Ari went outside like last time? Yono replied, yes, that's a possibility. She's gotten even faster at crawling recently, let's look for her outside. Ari thought, finally, freedom. No, let's go and find Beck. If I go to him first, does that mean he won't come to see me anymore? But I haven't seen any sign of him at all for 2 days now. Whatever, if Beck won't come to see me, I'll just go and find him myself. After that, in front of Beck's office, Ari thought, it's too high up for me to reach, I can hear people talking. What are they talking about? Then she heard a voice. A lady said, why aren't you saying anything? Ari thought, that voice, it sounds familiar, I should keep listening. Beck replied, I do not see why I need to answer you. Sawa, Ari thought. What, Sawa? I need to get inside, even if I have to break down this door, I'm coming. Beck, Ari thought. Then she heard Sawa's voice, do you honestly expect me to believe that Lady Ari is your child? Ari thought, wait, what? Jaha came and said, lady, there you are. We've been looking all over for you, let's go back. Ari thought, wait, I don't even get to see Beck. No, I refuse, I'm not going anywhere. Jaha told her, lady, you'll hurt yourself, I'll go and play with you. All right, Ari thought. That didn't work at all. In that case, Jaha asked, what's wrong? Lady, you'll hurt yourself, that really hurts. Beck thought, it's very noisy outside. Jaha continued, please don't do this. Beck came out and picked her up. Jaha thought, my hair. Beck told him, come inside. After that, Sawa spoke, you came back so soon, was everything all right outside? Suddenly, she looked at Ari and said, I was hoping to see you again. Lady Ari, I am glad to be able to see you here. Ari thought, she just scowled at me for a second. Sawa continued, it's been a while, Jaha, shouldn't you be greeting me? Jaha greeted her and said, I was surprised to see you here, as I hadn't heard you would be visiting. I apologize for my belated greetings, may I be so bold as to ask the reason for your visit? Sawa replied, I wanted to greet Lady Ari properly. Jaha said, Lady Ari does not seem happy to see you. Sawa stated, I noticed this before, but you seem to be getting more impertinent by the day. No wonder you always lose to Uru. How pathetic. Then again, I guess it can't be helped since you're a little cat. Ari thought, who do you think you are to insult Jaha like that? Poor Jaha is all downcast now. It might be true that he always loses to Uru and is a cute little kitty, but the only one allowed to tease Jaha like this is me. Then she said, Jaha, and thought, behold, I can clap my hands together now, I'm clapping for the first time just for you. Jaha exclaimed, lady, you just clapped your hands, I can't believe it, I got to see the time Lady Ari clapped her hands together. Ari thought, wait, this is not the reaction I expected, what I expected was for Jaha to feel encouraged and easily defeat Sawa, but that's not the point. Beck said, that's the first time I've ever seen you clap your hands together. Ari thought, come on, you two, that's not the point. Jaha said, I can't believe you clapped your hands, I'm so proud of you. I need to hurry and tell Uru and Yono about this too. Beck said, how fascinating, to think that these small hands can make sounds too. Ari thought, I guess if they're both this happy, winning against Sawa doesn't really matter, but why do I feel like crying? Hey, guys. Would you please look at the way Sawa is glaring at me? She looks ready to bite me in half. Sawa spoke, I shall get going now. Beck stated, I would prefer it if you did not trespass into my territory again. After that, Jaha asked, lady, can you wave hello too? Ari thought, fine, I give up. Beck said, She seems to be able to understand more now, Ari thought. I've been understanding everything just fine all along, thank you. Next scene, Yono said, you have too, lady, you can speak pretty well now, but it makes no sense that you still cannot walk, Jaha said. Take it easy. Yono asked, are you going to take responsibility if Lady Ari never learns how to walk? Jaha replied, I can definitely take responsibility, Ari said. Okay, here I go. Then she stumbled, but Yono picked her up. After that, Ari started walking, and both of them were so happy. After some time, Ari thought, I sense something familiar, but I don't like it. Barang said, I told you I got permission from Beck. Jaha and Uru replied, we know you're lying, we aren't that stupid, Ari thought. Oh no, it's that dumb dog, I didn't come all the way here to see that. Arang said, long time no see, pretty tiger, Ari thought. Who are you? I don't remember ever meeting this dumb dog, wait. Then she said, Arang. Arang spoke, you remember. Ari thought, of course, I do, who would forget that ridiculous request, but how did he get so big so fast? I'm still tiny. Next scene, Barang said, you should have told me Beck were busy, Uru said, we did tell you, but you're hardly in a position to say that. No matter what I said, you kept insisting it would be fine. Arang said, this one's on you, uncle, Barang thought, not you too, my reputation is on the line here. Barang asked, anything I can help with? Beck replied, if you wish to help, then get out. Jaha said, doesn't it feel like more divine animals have been visiting lately? Barang asked, what do you mean, did someone other than me visit? Uru replied, with the marble granted to the eastern lands, it's only natural for regular animals to gather here, but even Lady Sawa came by recently. Jaha added, she stopped by without any notice, the rulers of the northern lands are always so eerie, and Lady Sawa especially, her underlying motives are pretty obvious. Barang said, I guess she must have had a good reason to visit, come to think of it, it's quite fascinating, don't you think? Beck asked, what are you referring to? Barang said, that her tiny body is able to handle the power of the marble. Its power is potentially too strong even for the rulers of the four lands, but Ari's body is handling it. Jaha replied, this is Lady Ari we're talking about, she can handle anything. Lady is the most amazing being in the world. Barang said, the divine power I can sense from her is quite strong, enough to pose a threat to some, but you know, you're super adorable, you still don't want to come to the western land with us. Ari thought, give up already, then she said, done be ridiculous, dumb dog. After that, she thought, what, I can't say this to Barang, Jaha said, who taught you such a rude phrase, who dared to say something like that in front of the lady? Uru said, it was obviously you, Jaha said, it must have been you, Ari stated, both of you. Then both of them apologized. Ari thought, I accept your apologies, you rascals. Uru asked, by the way, Lord Arang, you've grown so much since we last saw you. Barang told them, divine animals all grow at their own pace, after all, he didn't grow at all for 30 years after my brother passed away, so I was getting really worried, I'm so relieved now. Divine animals with enough power are practically immortal unless they are killed by someone, unless you're a really, really old fox like Miho. Then he added, by the way, Beck, you're very mature for your age, you were born much later than I was, but you have so much influence already. Ari thought, what, Beck is younger than Barang, and much younger, Beck said, enough of your nonsense, tell me why you are here. Barang said, oh, right, I nearly forgot the actual reason I'm here, so, this is from the baby bird, she asked me to give this to Ari. Ari thought, she has something for me, I thought she didn't like me. Uru said, I'll open it for you, lady. Ari thought, a yellow rose. Barang spoke, that signifies both jealousy and denial. Uru said, there's a note in which she wrote, I refuse to acknowledge you, but let us get along. Ari thought, she sounds like a whining child, how cute. I suppose guiding an immature child in the right direction is something that I, as the more mature one, must do. After that, Barang spoke, you guys, what are you doing? Uru said, it was not a pleasure at all to see you. Jaha spoke, it is time to go now. Barang shouted, "You idiots, I refuse to be sent away like this." Ari told him, "Bye-bye, dumb dog," Barang said, "You are all evil." After that, Ari and the others were playing. Ari thought, "What was that? Did I just imagine it?" Jaha asked, "Who's there?" Yono said, "Come to me, lady." Jaha spoke. "Yono, run." Then Yono ran from there. She entered Beck's office, but he was not there. Suddenly, dark creatures appeared. One of them spoke. "How foolish of them to leave the marble with a weak little dog. Beck is as overconfident as ever." Then they started attacking. Yono thought, "I have to save the lady." Then she threw Ari away. Ari thought, "No, Yono, wait." Ari then thought, "That's a dark spirit that hasn't been fully corrupted, it's sentient too." The dark spirit spoke, "From what I've been told, this is supposed to be Beck's child." Ari thought, "It's even more frightening up close, but I need to rescue Yono from this monster." The dark spirit said, "What? She can control her divine power already. I wasn't told about this." In the next moment, Yono was freed from that power. The dark spirit spoke again, "This kid is completely different from what I was told. That damned tiger is too quick. How did he get rid of all of them already? That absolute monster." Suddenly, one of the dark spirits shouted, "The marble." Ari thought, "Wait, is that thing coming toward me?" Yono came, trying to protect her, but suddenly the dark spirit was slashed into pieces by Beck. Beck said, "They all seem to have a death wish." Uru also arrived and said, "A whole army of those pests came rushing in out of nowhere. This is ridiculous. Dark spirits aren't sentient at all, so they can't form armies like that." Yono asked, "Does that mean someone is controlling them?" Jaha came and said, "One of the rulers of the four lands is definitely involved. That much is clear." All of them shouted, "Are you all right? How did this happen?" Jaha replied, "It's nothing to worry about, lady." Yono told him, "This wound is deep. I'll bring something to stop the bleeding." After that, Jaha told them, "I was chasing after the dark spirit, but someone got in the way. Someone strong enough to injure me like this." Ari thought, "It's gotten much worse than the last attack," and one of the dark spirits could talk. Then she said, "Talk, dark spirit, talk." Yono spoke, "That's right. There was a dark spirit that could speak. It all went by so quickly that I hardly remember, but it definitely called me a weak dog." Beck stated, "I see." Then Beck said to Uru, "Come with me." Ari thought, "Wait, where are you two going?" "Wait for me." Jaha spoke, "She was in such danger, but I failed to protect the lady." Ari thought, "You were badly injured. What are you saying? He's such a dummy." Then she said, "Dumb Jaha," and thought, "I guess I'll be generous today, and start blowing on his wounds." Jaha said, "Lady Ari has to be a genius. We never taught her how to blow on a wound, but she knows it already. It doesn't hurt at all anymore, lady." Yono asked, "Oh, really?" Jaha sighed, "How could you do this?" Yono replied, "Lady Ari doesn't like liars." In the next scene, Miho said, "You get cuter every time I see you, and you've grown so much." Beck replied, "The day after her divine power awakened, she suddenly grew." Miho asked, "She can use the marble's power already?" Beck replied, "The dark spirits couldn't get near her." Ari said, "I can't marble," then thought, "My pronunciation isn't perfect yet, so it makes it hard to talk." Jaha said, "Lady Ari says she cannot use the marble's power very well yet." Ari thought, "Wait, what are they talking about?" Then she asked Jaha, "What?" Jaha replied, "Usually, one has to be much older than you currently are to awaken their divine power." Ari thought, "What does awakening mean?" Yono explained, "Divine animals are born with divine power, but once they learn how to control it, that's when they can use it properly." Miho added, "In any case, it happened to you very quickly. Now, once you're a little older, you'll have to get lessons too." Beck asked, "Lessons?" Miho replied, "Think about it. If Ari learns to control her divine power, the dark spirits won't be able to go near her." Beck said, "I can teach her myself." Miho told him, "A genius like you can't teach anyone anyway, and you're overruled." That leaves Uru, but since he's so busy, we'll leave him out. "So, who should teach Ari?" "I'll call for Yunwol." All of them were shocked. Miho said, "I'm glad everyone agrees." Ari thought, "Just tell me. I want to find out who this person is, Miho said. The word, Chief Justice, is probably too hard for Ari to pronounce. Ari thought, wait, a Chief Justice, isn't that someone with a pretty high rank, though maybe not as high as Miho, Beck said. Yunwol does make others uneasy because of his occupation, Miho said. Yunwol's on his way already, I already told him to come. Beck said, so you had this planned all along, Miho said. Having him do an inspection while teaching Ari would be perfect. 2 birds, 1 stone and all. Beck replied, I have nothing to hide. Miho said, that's true, it's really amazing how you never got caught for anything. While Barang got caught 998 times, Ari thought. What, it's almost like getting caught on purpose. A few days later, Ari thought, finally, I'm free. How long do they intend to keep watching over me like that? I need some privacy too. Who is that person? Is he one of the divine animals who live here? Things might get annoying if I get caught. I should get back to the palace. Wait, I guess sneaking a peek might not be such a bad idea. I've never seen another tiger aside from Beck. A petal. Oh no, I better run away. Suddenly, that person grabbed her hand, then asked, where do you think you're going? Like this video. Hit the like button and subscribe for more videos.